All right, I'm gonna wind up editing this and cutting this down, man. I just noticed that I've been on silent mute mic the whole time. I apologize. All right, well, everybody, welcome to the Pop Off Podcast. It's your boy Mac. You're in the cave, so thanks for being back in here with us, man. I want to talk about a couple things today. As y'all can see in there, I'm about to make this thing spicy. But the dating scene, man, who is destroying it? Like, let's be real. I'm not on it, but I pay attention. I'm seeing and watching what's going on. And a lot of the questions that I gotta ask, man, is whose fault is it? I think there's a lot of different, aspects of what's going on, like everything that's combining. But there's a couple standouts, a couple things I want to talk about, and it's probably gonna piss a couple you off, and that's cool. But let's be real. So let's just talk straight off the bat. Whose fault is it? I don't even know. I mean, if I had to guess, man, I'm gonna just throw what I see. So, couple things, right? I'm gonna speak on women, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna be the dude and speak about the dudes part of it, right? Um, let me go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me get all engaged up in here because now I'm like into this thing now. All right. So a couple things I want to mention, right? Like, so women, we're in this weird world where I don't know if it's to give everybody a trophy syndrome or what, where every woman feels like they deserve every goddamn thing and don't bring nothing to the table a lot of the times. Let me explain what I mean. Now, take it into context. If you're a working woman, you doing your thing. Woo, man. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure that we was right on point. Um, yeah, a couple things, man. Like women, you know, why do we have so many right now that feel entitled to everything? Like, I'm sorry, man. A couple things. I just be looking at videos, and I get it. Everybody's not the same, but obviously, if you are somebody that is doing your thing, carrying your job, mildly submissive, you know, kudos. But if you the type that never really carried a job, you want a traditional dude, but you're not a traditional woman. Like I be watching Modern Woman clips, yo. Shout out to these dudes, yo. Like his joints be man. Like I would be absolutely doing exactly that if I was single. I have a wife, I'd be like, yo, this is what I'm doing. Like, why not? Like, yes. Like, yes. Like you gonna get all of you pretty much gonna get all of the most terrible of a woman right then and there once they're like exposed for who they really are. That sounds kind of demonish. Anyway, it's kind of what happens though. He's sitting out there, you know, just trying to be a nice dude or get to know somebody, and it's like there's no justifying it. Like there's always I always hear some type of oh well maybe he's trying to pick her up. Like when is a man supposed to approach a woman? I get it, maybe not at work. Oh, not at the gym, not here, not there. Come on. There's no real time in place. Like it's just either you try or you don't. Now, if you approach somebody and they like, oh yo, I'm not feeling you, that's it, and you're done with the situation, shut it down. All right, cool. It's approachable in a nice way of doing it. Hey, look, just not my type. I apologize, boom. But let's circle that thing back real quick. You could be in that same exact situation. But what I mess up is when I watch Modern Women's clips and then I look back and what I'm seeing is they turn all the way around when they see what kind of car he got and come all the way back. And now you want this, that, and other thing. And then when you asking them, it's like, I need somebody to take care of me. I need to go. I need an allowance. I need someone that's gonna buy me something, take me shopping. Are you a fucking child? You are literally talking to a grown ass man like you're a child. I need an allowance, and then they're like, "Oh, I need somebody to help sponsor my career." What fucking career? You don't have a career. You don't have a real career. No disrespect, but you don't. And that's my problem. Like, and then they be like, "Oh yeah, I got like 2 kids, 3 kids." The delusional shit is real. That's craziness. You asking for something and you're not even the best of what you need to be presenting what you're asking for. But there everybody knows about that. Now, dudes, right? My thing is like, yo, if you're not striving to be a better you, stop acting like you're supposed to have this or that. You feel me? Like, you think if you know that you're not the best version of you, they don't see that you're not the best version of you. Stop playing with yourself. Like, go handle business. Stop worrying about like we so worried about what the world fucking thinks. Like, I could care less. I need to go make my money, take care of my stuff, make sure my shit cool. I'm not sponsoring nothing. If you want to be a simp, go ahead. But like, you're your own worst enemy. I wouldn't care either way. It would not affect me either way. Not a simp. Period. Right. Um, and that I guess becomes part of it. You can't honestly sit here and expect you're gonna be simping over women. Oh, I like this and I like. If a woman comes up to you literally and tells you to your face, "I want to go shopping. I want to, eat this. Go here, go there. Spend your money on me." And let alone if she tell you she got some dude lingering around, and that's just like the minute you like cool, you're a simp. Why? You don't care what she does as long as she can do whatever you want. Like, use a sucker. That's the real way to say it. Like, a lot of dudes like I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? If I was like, yeah, she did all that, I'd be like, yeah, I just not my standards. That's not my thing. She might be like, I can't do that. That's cool. Well, you take it easy, have a good one. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate your time. Oh well. Like, okay, no. Cause I'm confident in myself. That's not saying, oh, I'm the baddest thing in the world. I can do this to that. No, I'm not. None of that. But I'm confident in myself, and I'm betting on myself to the fact that I take care of my own business. I get my shit done. A decent looking dude. Like, I think I'm gonna be able to bag something more than above average, and I'm okay with that to myself. But then again, like, I don't look at just the outside. Like, you want to have some intangible qualities. Can you cook? Are you good around kids? Do you have good mannerisms? Is it somebody I could see raising my children? Is it somebody I would want to raise my children? You know what I'm saying? Is somebody got my back? Is somebody that when I'm poor and broke, is they still gonna be there just like they was before? Like, does my money not count? Is it me they into? Because if the first thing you're telling me off the bat is like, I like to be taken care of, I like to be this, I like to be that, I like to be this, I don't give a fuck what you like. Like, a relationship is supposed to be two people coming together and working to make, a better future for you and your offspring or whatever y'all decide to do. You telling me what you like don't mean shit. So I gotta go above and beyond my normal means to find a way to satisfy you and then worry about the future of what we're making. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. Pretty much she's saying, I'd like you to spend all of your resources on me. And then 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 7 years from now, when I have everything I could possibly want and I'm bad as shit, I can pimp myself off to someone with more money and get you the fuck out of here because you weren't my choice. You just got me near to my goals by buying me a bunch of shit, making me look pretty, and so I could pretty much sell myself to somebody with a lot of money so I can trap that man. That's really just what I hear. And like simp motherfuckers like this, they gonna do that. They gonna say, "Cool, I'm good with that. I'll do this and da da da." But that's the real end goal of it. Either way, don't care. But I feel like with simps, y'all put it on yourself, and that's part of the problem. So yeah, I see the back and forth on both sides, and like it is what it is. But like, unfortunately, you have dudes that they're not gonna be able to get, for whatever the reasons is, not whether they don't look good, don't have game, don't have confidence. I don't know. That just they not going to be able to get women of the caliber they may want. So their means of doing it is achieving money, taking the money that they got, using that money to then go ahead and say, I can get what I want now. So yeah, I mean, even though I'm opposed to the simping thing, like everybody's circumstances are different. So that black market of relationships is gonna it's gonna be there, right? Like, and that's the thing, right? All I'm saying is, I think what's going on right now is going to get women into the wrong mindsets, which I think has already happened, where y'all going to start having goals that don't make sense, and y'all going to find yourselves in y'all 30s and 40s single as shit, and that's going to start continuing because I don't think what y'all understand is like in society, right? Society is built for you guys at a young age. It is like when you guys mature faster, like in middle school, high school, y'all start growing tits and all that, and doing all that before we start really hitting it. So like y'all look better than we do, faster. We're attracted to you, I think, faster. All that. But to go along with that is like when we get out of high school and y'all start maturing, we start maturing later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you an example. Like, right now, I don't know how I look, but I'm 36, right? And not trying to sound disrespectful in any way, but I think if you compare me with a lot of the people I probably graduated high school with, you'd see a stark difference, especially with women. I, probably look closer to my college days than I'd say a lot of them do now, going on what 40 in 4 years or so, right? So like what I'm saying is that we age differently. We also mature differently in life. When we come out of high school at 18 through 21, like yeah, you got like your jocks and everybody that's doing well, that's going to have a lot of options when they get to college or whatnot. But the majority of the dudes, maybe not as much. The women, all the options. All the options. From the run of the mill regular, maybe I'd say your fours, threes and fours have more. I mean, shit, your threes and fours can wind up at a party with anybody drunk and, well, jackpot. You know what I mean? So, like, the women have a lot more options in college because they've matured faster, better. It's just the truth of things. But that's okay. What I'm saying is though, they stuck in these mindsets at them ages of up until 21, 22, where they feel like this is supposed to happen all the way into your 30s. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, that's not really how that works. It seems cool. You want to enjoy it another year or two? Cool. Men are on a different clock. We're worried about trying to get ourselves right because we really have to sell ourselves to you in the overall period. You're not gonna want to settle down with us at all if we bums. Like if we get in our later, like it's cool and fun. No one cares. We could shit you pipe anything you want back in the day because girls don't care. They're not looking at whether or not you're going to be a great husband or if you're going to be around in my future. They say that. You know what I'm saying? But when you get in your later 20s, now they thinking about who can actually provide, like who really does have a future. Because we could date, I can make my own money, but we could date. But like, if you're not doing nothing with your life, it starts to become more apparent that it's like, Are you just gonna lay around a house and play video games while I'm doing all the work? Yeah, no. Right? So that's one thing he has to do already. Women can do absolutely fucking nothing. We're pretty much not gonna ask you too much about your background. Might ask you where you work at, what your plans, but we're really just whether you know it or not. We observing you. We're paying attention to your mannerisms. How do you treat the waiter when he walks up? You know, how genuine are you for real? Like, is something not clicking or is it clicking? Right? We're trying to figure out you as a person. If you're outright just that person, I like my nails done, I like this and that, you could tell me a lot right off the bat. I like you to get the fuck out of my car. I don't play that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what about you? You don't gotta worry about it. Just cause like I don't appreciate non genuine shit. Like, you know, if it's just some casual fucking around and it is what it is. Just keep it honest, 100, and keep it moving. But for the most part, when you dating, it's you know, or you married, or well, you know, married, so it don't matter. But dating, that's what it is. So now let's talk about a little bit of that, right? Because like when you get into that future time, and you're 27 to 30, this is or 25 to 30. I think this is where the turning point comes. Once women get past that 26, 27 mark, men look at it a lot differently now. Because if you're stuck in your ways and you're just, you know, so what? We got a lot on our minds. And sometimes the kind of the better you look, the worse it is. Cause it's like, yeah, I look good, da 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 da. And around that time, guys start thinking in their minds, like, why has nobody wiped you up then? Why are you not locked down? You hit your 30s, you know, and you're not locked down. Dudes are really wondering why if you look good. Like, something's fucking crazy about her. Or she got something. Or something. Like, that's how they thinking, right? And then if you give people a hard time, you're not submissive, you're kind of one of them people that really fight me all the time, you know. I'm talking about a decent dude, not somebody sitting there beating shit out you every day and don't got his own shit together. But if we get to a point where it's like, you know, I'm really trying to understand you, you know, one of the biggest I feel, you know, for a female and a male, for a female, they're like, can you provide? Are you a husband slash that type dude? For a male, 27 to 30, are you already what I need you to be for me to have to marry you? Because it's too late for us to decide whether or not there's more time for this. Are we gonna wait for this? Are we gonna go? Nah, you ain't doing all that. You're damn near 30. Have you not learned the womanly qualities that you need to know for me to want to marry you? Are you at least, and this is just some of mine, but I mean, everybody's a little different. I'm just saying, are you submissive enough that I ain't got to come home and argue with you like you're a grown ass man? I don't want a roommate. I want a woman that I'm in a relationship. I ain't trying to come back home and you trying to toss hands all the time. I'm a man. It's a double standard for me off the bat. When you sitting here coming at my neck all the time, and then you want to try to put hands on me, it's like, bruh. Now, when I put my hands back on you because you around and found out, I'm a bad guy. But we ain't gonna talk about what just happened ahead of that. Yeah, we're not trying to deal with that all day. Also, like if you literally don't have your shit together, like if all you do is sit at home all the time and you tell me about how guys just spend money on you all the time, I don't want shit to do with you. Why? What qualities do you have? You got spoiled your whole life. What qualities do you? Let me. How you gonna raise a kid? No, I'm gonna do this for him. I'm gonna do that for him. I'm gonna do this for him. Like you sound ridiculous. You don't even believe yourself, nor does anybody here believe you. So like those are the reasons because like why would I deal with that? And then they're like, oh, he's a pedophile. He wants a younger girl. First of all, they're adults. You want equality? 18-year-old, you're adult. Can't drink, but shit, you're an adult. Since we want to go that route. Because it's pedophilia when they want to marry a dude that's 56 and they're 23. It's pedophilia on the guy's part. Women is completely fine. Because you're making that come up even when we know that's not your first go-to. It's all about the money. Most of the time. But then it'll go, oh, he's pedophilia. He's going for younger girls. Oh, really? That's funny. That's funny. But these are the things that I'm saying. It's like But then when you get to there, it's almost like women don't start to get it until you start hitting your 40s, and the guys that used to hit on you all the time stop hitting on you as much. And it's a shock. Why? Because they ain't feeling that shit no more. You're not nearly as attractive as you used to be. And you're playing super hard to get and super trying to make your friends smile by putting these one liners out here where, oh, ha ha ha, like for these got you moments where I guess you get your 2 seconds of fame when you could have got fucked or something different, because you obviously lonely sitting out here mad as hell treating men like shit with your out here hating woman group at the bar, rather than just being like, I'm not interested, thank you. Being adult about it. You know what I mean? But men, like, yeah, we have our own. Hold up 1 second, buddy. Hey, come here. You can come in. Oh, my son. What's up, man? Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right, love you, man. Love you. Sorry. But yeah, like, we had a situation now where, I'm looking at it and I say to myself when I see this shit, we are literally sitting here being delusional about what we asking for. Like, I think that when we look at the dating scene, it's fucked up because it's people we fucked up. As a man, you can't come out here and got nothing to your name, ain't trying to strive to do better. Like, I don't miss me with the problems and the concerns and the bullshit. Like, life hit me with a ton of bricks, so I already get it. And at every angle, I always got somebody trying to pull me down, like, ridiculously. So, and if it ain't life itself, it's somebody. Yeah, like, one thing I find frustrating is, like, for me, I literally get it from the mud. I can't think of too many people that had it worse than me. And when I hear excuses, man, it's a crutch or a ladder. Either you gonna let it keep tearing you down, or you gonna use it to build you up. And when it comes to me, man, like, I hate to hear when people want to give me the woe is me story. I got time for it. I don't. Because when you logically have a conversation with people and you talk to people about things and you really talk it through and you find the holes in their logic, they make excuses for it, not remedies. And, like, those are my problems when I look at a situation and I say, all right, what are the problems in this situation? Well, in this situation that we're talking about, problem is nobody has accountability. Simple as that. Women feel like, not all women, but it seems like a lot of women feel like they deserve these traditional women values, but they don't have to be traditional women to get them. They also feel as though they want more and they ask for equality sometimes, but they don't want equality when it suits them. That's not equality. That's opportunist. You're being opportunistic. Don't forget, the same men that you may say, I'm a feminist sometimes, and I believe in this, are the same men who are standing behind and beside you pushing for women's rights. Those rights don't go through unless men are fighting for them beside you to make sure you have them. There are good dudes out here that just have different opinions and judgments on how you feel. Don't get mixed up and clouded in which one is which, right? But all in all, I feel as though men, we need to start being men. Like, if you want to be a man, then be ambitious, be outgoing, go out and get it. And I mean, that comes with the territory. If you want to be like, yo, I'm gonna go out here, stick niggas up, and get every bit of dollar I get, hey, you're going, man. Do your thing. But when your ass get caught up and you in jail and somebody out here balls deep in your chick and you can't do a damn thing about it behind the cell, that comes with it. Like, no bitching and crying, man. Take that and walk with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, You want to be about them books, you want to go about that, make sure you stay about that. Because you want to simp too early, tell you one thing, that simping too early gonna have you in a world of hurt later, bro. Hi, baby. Come on in. Come sit down. Sunny way to, come on. Anyway, ladies and gents, the wife has just arrived. But honestly, the dating scene, if I had to tell you guys what I felt as though was wrong with the dating scene, as you know, a bunch of simps and a bunch of people with no accountability, women running around thinking they deserve or should have everything and don't have to put anything in to get it. You want traditional woman values? Be a traditional woman. Don't come into that shit saying that you can't cook, you don't clean, you need an allowance, you like to go shopping and be flying to nice places and all that other shit. And then when we ask you what you bring to the table, my good looks, I'm fine. Fuck out my car and my life. You sound like more of a fucking problem than the problems I already have. You know what I'm saying? You want traditional women values? Okay, be a traditional woman. Come home. Do some of the things to help around the house. Let's conversate about what we can do to better each other's lives, help each other out. Because if that's not part of it, then you're not a traditional woman. And by the way, dudes, stop being simps. Quit being simps. I'm not gonna explain it anymore. If you're a dude and you're a simp, you're a fucking sucker. That you don't get no explanation for that. Just stop being a sucker. That don't mean you don't have to like women, but quit being a sucker. Nobody respects suckers. You just look stupid. Thank you.